What's going on, everybody? It's Dave Bowen. Hey, today I wanted to talk to you about, I was listening to Inner Circle Audio, and if you don't have it, I highly recommend getting it. You know, it's changed my life in the 30 days or whatever, 35 days that I've been listening to it daily. You know, I turn the radio off. I don't even listen to, the radio, the news. Instead of listening to the, radio or music, I turn the audio on. And so I was listening to this Inner Circle Audio, and, Dave Wood talks about how, everything happens for a reason, and I truly believe that, just like there's a reason why you're watching this video right now. And he, basically said to do a video on, something that's happened in your life that was, not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe that, again, everything happens for a reason, that there's a plan. There's a bigger scheme, a bigger plan than just what you can see. And, I don't know how many times you've had it happen in your life, but I'll give you a perfect example of when it happened in my life. And those of you that don't know me, those of you that are, just watching one of my videos for the first time, I am a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. I just recently, on the 10th of February, 2013, celebrated 13 months. So, this isn't my first time around. This is actually my, second or third time around. But, the point is that I am recovering, and anyways, so had to get that out because that's part of this story that I'm getting ready to tell you. And so again, I had been introduced to recovery before, stayed sober for 4 or 5 months, and basically went back out. Well, this other time, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was, I had a job and I was making money, but I wasn't happy. Whereas before I was broke and I had nothing, and I hit my bottom. That is part of it too, but I didn't get into recovery. Basically I continued I quit drinking and stuff, but I wasn't in recovery. I was still just as sick as when I was out there using. So anyways, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I needed something different. And this is kind of a long story, but I'll try to keep it short. And it's actually a really cool story, and for those of you that believe there's something higher than you, whether you call it God, Allah, Buddha, you'll like this story. But I walked into the mall and wanted to get a new pair of boots, and this girl was helping me, and Journeys was the store, and she was beautiful, and I'm a shy guy when it comes to girls, and so I normally don't just go out, asking women to go out with me. Well, something came over me and said, you need to ask her out, and I felt something come over me. And anyways, I didn't do it. I walked out of the store, and remember, I didn't even know this girl's name. So I get in my car, and something tells me to go back in there, go back in there. Well, I didn't do it, So I get home, and something tells me to call the store and ask her out. Now, I don't know this girl's name, remember, so I call the store, and I've never, ever done this. I call the store, and, she answers the phone, and of course, I didn't really know it was her, and I said, I was just in there and bought a pair of boots, and, I don't know who helped me, and she said, oh, yeah, it was me. Long story short, I asked her out, and we went out. Well, this girl lived in Delaware, which is actually where I worked, but I lived in another city, Delaware, Ohio. I lived in Plain City, Ohio, and, she lived in these apartments, and I went over to her house a couple times, and I don't know, something just told me, I was living with my parents at the time, and something just told me to move. My job was there, and it just made sense, so I moved out, and again, I was living with my parents because, again, I had hit bottom, and I was broke and had nothing, so I moved out, And long story short, this girl and I basically kind of broke off, stopped seeing each other. Well, I was kind of, down in the dumps, and still hadn't gotten into recovery. I was sober. I had been sober like 30 days at this time, and I decided to go to a meeting, to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. And, I hadn't been to one in a long time. I'd never been to one in Delaware. And walk into this meeting. It was on a Friday night, and I sit next to this guy, and, real friendly guy. This guy just starts talking to me, and this guy talks a lot, but, he just starts talking to me, and, we get to talking, and if any of you know anything about the program, you have a sponsor, who takes you through the 12 steps and stuff like that. So I didn't have any of that. I had them in the past, but I didn't have any of that at this time. I wasn't even planning on working the program. I was just going to go to meetings when I wanted to go to meetings. And after the meeting, this guy says, do you have a sponsor? And I said, no, And he said, what do you do now? And now this guy had never done this before. And this guy was ready to walk out of the rooms. I mean, he'd been sober for, I think, 3 years or something at this point, and he was ready to walk out of the rooms. For some reason, he had some personal stuff going on. And he asked me, basically told me that, he was my sponsor. And I thought in the back of my mind, well, this guy doesn't know that I'm just planning to work this as I want, to use this however I want to use this. And, well, long story short, here I am 13 months later, because of that guy and because of what had happened. The people were put in the right place at the right times, call it a coincidence, call it odd, call it God, call it whatever you want. But it happened for a reason. Just like a little over 35 days ago, or whatever, I'm watching a video just like this, and I'm struggling in my network marketing business, See, I do this full time. I got out of the car business because I was sick of making, the owner rich. I was sick of, making someone else rich, and number one, working all the hours. I was just sick of that, and so got into network marketing. I was struggling doing that, and thought there's got to be a way that I can leverage the internet to help me in my network marketing business. So I hopped online and I ran across a video, basically just like what you're watching. I clicked the link below the video. I entered my email address. I watched the whole video, and I clicked the add to cart button and joined. And it's been an amazing journey. And I couldn't imagine how much different my life would be if I hadn't done that. But my point is that there was a reason why I was watching that video. Just kind of like there's a reason why you're watching this video right now. So everything happens for a reason. It's kind of like the universe aligns for you to, to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Everybody has got their own goals and their own vision in life, and if you want it bad enough and you believe in it bad enough, the universe is going to align. Whether you call it the universe, whether you call it God, whatever you want to call it, it's going to align to, to give you what you feel, to give you what you want, and that's what's happening right now, and that's what's happened in my life. So don't fight it, don't fight it, because the universe likes speed, it likes you to take action on what you want, and you might not know that this is what you want, but there's a reason why you're watching this video, okay? If you're like me, I was sick and tired of working, 80 hours a week and making someone else rich, and I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always, watched the clock and waited for it to, come time for me to get off, and I've always known that I was going to be successful and I was going to own my own successful business. So there was a reason why I was introduced to network marketing and then introduced to this, Same thing with you. Maybe you're sick of working 9 to 5. Maybe you're sick of working 80 hours a week. Maybe you're sick of making someone else rich. Maybe you can't retire. Whatever it is. Maybe you're broke. Whatever it is, there's a reason why you're here, and the universe is aligning to give you what you want, whether you know it or not. So click the link below, enter your email address, watch the video, and click that cart button. Take action, make a difference in your life and in other people's lives, because that's the thing. It's not all about the money for me. I want to make a difference in the world. I want to make the world a better place. Help me achieve that. Join Team Change the World. That's why we named our team Team Change the World, because we want to change the world. We want to make a difference. So help us.